Governor Bert, please.
Well, thank you, former Prime Minister O'Neill, our alternate Prime Minister nominee. If you go to my office in Wewek, which used to be Sir Michael Sumara's office, you will see a certificate hanging on the wall that says Life Member of Pangu Party. There are 3 life members of Pangu Party. There's myself, the Honorable Ian Staki, and the Honorable Chris Agata. I'll get the Narula and also now the former Prime Minister Ethiopia and Master the Solo and so I make the same call. I think the performance of this government has really tarnished the Pangu reputation and the Pangu brand. It started off really well. There were so many really good promises, and I think all of us, including myself, we were hopeful that those promises would be fulfilled. But I think when you make one promise and then this la promise current again, and you another promise, another promise. And I think the expectations of Papua New Guineans have gotten to a point where they were expecting some of them to be fulfilled. Unfortunately, to this day, as Honorable O'Neill let me talk here, record budget. But it hasn't come with record results. And one of the things I think this government has done, and you've heard me speak on the floor of Parliament, I've raised these issues. For example, with Connect PNG, and I raised it on the floor of Parliament, and someone needs to do an investigation. But estimate Lomi and also, when they started, they had 30 contractors, and they boast about this on the floor of Parliament. They had 30 contractors. Today they tell us they have 300 contractors. Okay, the question is, how did they go from whatever was the original plan to now? For example, some roads are not Connect PNG roads. They are what we call arterial roads. So I want a road inside one district. It should not be part of Connect PNG. Suddenly they give a 380 million kina contract for a tiny road in a district, or a 247 million kina one. And they call it Connect PNG. The original design of Connect PNG wasn't like that. It was supposed to be the main roads, the main highways that lead to ports that will help to improve our economy. Or missing link roads that is like that. Somehow, they've just gone only edim, or not something for political convenience. Or you remember Sakotimi, okay, me one black contract, how much? 300 million? I'm right. Now, when you start doing that, you go away from whatever the original plan was. And today, as I sit before you, I can tell you that the last time ECP provincial government and other provincial governments received what we call our functional grants. These are grants that we use to pay for things. It's the same kind of money that departments get. We received the last transmission of money from Waigani to ECP province was in May last year. It's now April. We have not received any money, and I can tell you, all provinces, provincial health authorities, we are running out of medicines. Provincial health authorities have not received their money to operate. Money to buy marasin, buying fuel. There's not something where you may passing finish the budget. And it's a really disgusting thing when supporters of government say, oh, you join in government, na ball give this money. Listen, governors who are in government have not received this money also. That's all passing mouse, na good boy, na sinaw ni sitsom na. Never in the history of Papua New Guinea have our departments and our provinces and our PHAs gone without operational funds for 3 quarters. You've never going to ask him, Mamas government department, first quarter and finish here, and you go to second quarter now. All kisi money will operate or no. And they will all tell you no. So my view is that, and they've hidden all the documents, only hiding over something now. We have to go and look and dig and try to find out. If you remember the 2023 budget outcome report, which we've been talking on the floor of Parliament and we've been questioning Minister of Finance, they reallocated $1 billion kina in that budget to other things. 1 billion. You know, legal money. You can go and download in 2023 final budget outcome no treasury website na you check him na by looking inside only surkim this la money. Now when they did that, they cut it from education, they cut it from police, they cut it from health, now only reallocate. We still don't know where that 1 billion kina went. By law, as of the end of last month, third month of the year, Treasury is supposed to release the 2024 final budget outcome. I am waiting to read that document. And I wonder how much more money has been reallocated to friends and cronies. Online staff lo kapan ya need lo tingin des na. Lagi lo staff na backup na support na pekim scrum kalab wiper na. They are not thinking about what they're actually supporting. What are you supporting? You are supporting a dysfunctional government. You know, long time on Laman fighting treasurer because all fighting was asuma no treasurer. This line no wrong no treasurer. What's happened is that they've sat down in NEC and they are awarding contract after contract after contract without realizing the impact that it's going to have on the cash flow. Now, even one like trade store owner, and by managing business belonging better than how we are managing the country. Mibla ugata degree kili mibla got master's degree na kan degree, and we can't even manage our cash flow. How can you run for 9 months going into 10 months? 3 more months and it will be 12 months. No got one man receiving operational funds. Ogara man kisim pay that's what I business. Now people in the country only know understanding this financial problem but only feeling effectively. Doctors are having to fork money out of their pay packet to buy Marape patients. The doctors are feeling it. The doctors are stressed out. Police have to find money or go begging or man or borrowing or stealing fuel just to operate. Now we all know this, and this comes back to the symptom of a failing central government. You have to remember, our government is highly centralized, and it's failing in the center. The call by the Honorable Peter O'Neill is a very important one. Mibla Sanak Bakside Law. Say Peter because he had the courage to put his hand up. For us, we know that Papua New Guinea needs a change. The people know that Papua New Guinea needs a change. This is nothing personal against James Marape as an individual. But you look at Mosem, first, Hamas 3 years about here, and Mibla honeymoon yet. The people of Papua New Guinea gave you a chance to perform in the first 3 years. Now, if you look at every other prime minister through history, you count him, you go back, start with time to Somarena, he come. They had 3 years, all of them. The only government that had a longer stint was National Alliance, had 9 years from 2002. Even then, all man very old tired. After this honeymoon period, all man very tired. And then the Honorable Peter O'Neill and PNC, they went for 8 years. This land may go 6 now. But people tired. And we need to respond to that call. Okay? We need to respond to that call. Because the fear and the danger is that all man very old belat na frustrated, only go to housing, only go to one have look same service, it's not there. They are going to bend somewhere. And that's what we need to manage. So it's not about James Marape, whether people liking you or you know liking you, it's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you are the captain. Now inside the kind organization where the man who is the boss, he makes the calls. So time will see now NEC start now. One plus contract come now looking more than one plan 120 million, another 380 million. And they decide to award it to the person who bid for 380 million. That's a captain's call. That's what we call a captain's call. Captain, he talk now, you will make him. They can come back later and say, oh, me blogger and NEC make him. No, I think captain make him. Now, captain, I mean, make him plan the decision, come. Now, captain need no sense. Team PNG needs a new captain. A captain that's going to come with different calls. Because the calls that this captain has been making has led us to this point. How much money lo borrowing? 4 billion, 5 billion. And call blo captain. You know call blo mibla wala. Most of the people that are our colleague MPs that are supporting government right now, people are calling them all sorts of things. But the fact of the matter is that or just give him sabotage. Most of them don't know how to read a budget. Budgets are not easy books to read. I mean, I think 5 or 6 members of the parliament persons are taking time to read the models or something. So, coming back to the Honorable James Marape, coming back to our